There's a storm coming.
You sound like you're looking forward to it.
I'm adaptable.
Did you and Chris ever, talk about what the villain was going to be in this third one, and what his characteristics were going to be?
No.
So he wouldn't discuss any of that with you?
Nope.
Okay.
No. I mean, I knew that, look, the one thing that seemed clear was that you had to have a villain that would not be related to the Joker.
Right.
Because Heath had obviously portrayed him in such an iconic fashion that anybody relatable to the Joker would only pale by comparison. So we needed a villain who was very, very different, and we have one in BAIN.
Why is BAIN the perfect villain to wrap this thing up with?
We had never seen Batman go toe-to-toe with an antagonist who could trade blows with him and you wouldn't know, and the audience is not going to know who's going to win.
Did you have a sense that this was going to be such a big deal as it's become now?
Well, you can't imagine that, but I knew that it was very, very different from any other big spectacle I'd seen, because the quality of writing in the characters is I wouldn't have done it unless there was something in the character. I wasn't going to come on and say dinner is served and pass the salt or something. You know what I mean? I played a butler.
Right.
But he wasn't the butler. He was the foster father of Batman, really.
Say, can you see by the dawn's early light?
You are as precious to me as you were to your own mother and father. I swore to them that I would protect you, and I haven't.
The twilight's last gleam.
Why is this a character that you've always wanted to play?
She's really cool is the best way. I mean, it's as simple as that. She's really cool. She has her own code. She's independent. She's tough. She's powerful. She doesn't care what people think about her. I mean, those are all really enticing things.
I love the relationship between you and Bruce Wayne. How would you describe that?
Complicated. I think they surprise each other. And I think they're two people who aren't often surprised.
You guys have a great relationship here, but I'm curious, Gary, from your point of view, how would you describe, the dichotomy between your two characters here?
When we meet Gordon in the first one,
Yeah.
he's still trying to kind of do the right thing against all the odds, and it is has become, despite himself, a little jaded. And sees a young Gordon. He sees himself, I think, in Blake.
When you cleaned up the streets, you cleaned them good. Pretty soon we'll be chasing down overdue library books.
It'll liven up in a minute. Trust me.
Okay, so I just want to confirm, this is it. This is the last one. There's not going to be another trilogy like Star Wars, right?
No. We're done. And it's been a great 9 years working with these characters, entrusted with these great pop icons, and I wouldn't change it for the world, but we're finished and moving on.
And I don't think we should do a fourth one, because this one is so good. I think you're on the way down.
I think when you watch this movie, it really has an ending. Some movies get called a trilogy, but they're not really a trilogy. It's just another sequel to make money. This really feels like an ending. There's a beginning, a middle, and an end.
I would only do Gordon again if they paid me $1 million.
I don't think that goes as far as it did a long time ago.
No, it doesn't. No, there's not going to be. Honestly and truly, believe Chris Nolan when he says there's no more.
I think he's pushed the bar to the limit on this one.
You and Chris aren't going to go away for a little while, then come back. This is it.
This is it.
All right. Just check it.
And, why shoot yourself in the foot?
Why don't people believe it?
Now that you walk away from the franchise, what would be your fondest memory from this whole trilogy, this adventure?
Just the pure joy of being able to have played such an iconic character, to have successfully with my fellow filmmakers, Chris is the leader, you know, have taken the Batman story in a different direction that was embraced, you know, and found that people wanted to follow us in that direction. I told you.
You're retired.
I'm retired.